Here's Chandler Catanzaro ready to get this one started. And off we go from Cleveland. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. On 1st and 10, it's Taylor dumping it off for Johnson. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it's a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On 2nd down, Taylor. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. They snap it at 1. Now it's Taylor. What a move. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Chris Conte. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive. First interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. To throw, Winston. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And a first carry here for Charles Sims. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Ready. Blue ready.
Play action now. Winston. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Following throwing the interception. Winston. They'll roll him out right. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. A second down throw for Winston. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Christian Kirksey in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he showed a nice little juke, but then the window quickly closed. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
So the long field goal misses, and now the reverse. You're in a tough spot defensively. They'll start the drive at the 43. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
On 2nd down, here's Taylor. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. First carry for Carlos Hyde. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. On 4th down, the Browns hand things over to veteran Britton Colquitt to punt. Adam Humphries deep for Tampa Bay. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Ready? Black 22. Sonic. Green,
On 2nd down, Winston again. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Winston from the gun on 3rd down. He gets it to Sims, complete. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. read the pressure, and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Hey, let's get it converted. Ready? Hey, 25.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Jameis now on first down. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do so.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Michael Kendricks in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. On second down, it's Jones. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run. Now they'll need to draw up something good here on 3rd and 13.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. They'll go again to Jones. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
One of the things I love about this game is there's a match of wits throughout the game. Who's going to get the advantage? Who's going to catch someone off guard? I feel like the offense thought they might catch the defense off balance with that play call, but unfortunately, that didn't work for them.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This from 44 yards away. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
But when it all comes together and you get the field goal block that's been designed, that's been drawn up, everyone has to feel good about on that side of the ball. How about that one there? To the left side, knew what they had. That's where they wanted to be, and they got their designated guy turned free.
So now a chance for points in the opposite direction after the blocked field goal. Now Taylor on first down. He'll buy some time running, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now Taylor to throw on second down. Looking deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The former first-round pick, Vernon Hargreaves, the one who was there defensively.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. He's got his man. That's Landry. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. 23 yards on the play. On first down, it's Taylor. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go. This is caught at the 20. A gain of 32 that time.
And there's Tyrod Taylor doing what he does best. Look, he's taken a few lumps along the way, and some people haven't believed in him. But this is where he excels, outside of the pocket, making plays.
As prolific with his legs as any quarterback in the league?
I would say yes to that.
From the red zone now, here's Taylor on first down. Dancing to his left. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Taylor looking to throw on second down. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
On third down, Taylor. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. He was looking for Landry that time. Charles, when plays like that work, it's a thing to behold, but sometimes we see why they're very deep in the playbook.
And how many times have we been at practice and heard all the other guys chirping about, you know, I used to play quarterback in high school.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Jamie Meter coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Now Jameis on second down. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Michael Kendricks in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That sack's on back-to-back plays. After the sack, they'll come up now third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy?
Nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked. Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Looking to throw on second down. Taylor, that's Njoku over the middle. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. First down now, but the clock continues to move.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on the defense in every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time. How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you can take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
Throwing again, it's Taylor. Flush to his right. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Kendall Beckwith in there to drop him for a loss on the play. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. So no scoring in our first half. What will the second half bring as we are now back underway? Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the 3rd quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
To throw on 2nd down. Taylor escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. To throw is Taylor. To throw on 3rd down. Going deep here. This is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. They'll give it to him up the middle. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. Well, some good news, partner. We will not have a scoreless tie as we finally get our first points of the contest here in quarter 3.
Yeah, just a field goal, but with the way those defenses rolled in the first half, that could be a big 3-point play right there, couldn't it?
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time, 1-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Incomplete. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Here's Jones, trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this down deep into Cleveland territory. It's a big play. Winston to Evans. And even 60 yards. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. It's 1st and 10 at the 14.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Second down, Winston. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Jameis to throw it. And that is caught by Jackson for a Buccaneer touchdown. Deshaun Jackson, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Bucs are able to strike for 6. Here's Chandler Catanzaro for the extra point. Extra point good by Catanzaro, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Browns getting set to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. They'll throw on 1st down with Taylor being chased out left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Now it's Taylor. He's going to look deep. And this is taking it at the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry, 43 yards. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
Throwing again. Winston on 2nd and 10. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
On play action, Winston. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Ready. Back to the back. Wait. Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Easy. Ready. Let's go.
Here's Winston. Complete. He finds Gray. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. Jameis now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Ready. 3, 2, 3.
First down, Winston. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
Wait. Ready. Let's go. Watch the back.
Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one, and that'll make it 3rd down.
When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'll guarantee the guy throwing the ball does because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame.
On 3rd down, Winston. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
After the interception, here's Taylor. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Vinny Curry in there to get him for a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. On 2nd down, Taylor. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The former first-round pick, Vernon Hargraves, the one who was there defensively.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. And this is going to be incomplete. Ryan Smith right there defensively.
Now, that's absolutely terrific technique right there by the corner. Exhibit A. Zone coverage, knew where his man was in relation to the football at all times, and made a nice play.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. He'll return it from the 6. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Play action now. Winston. And this is incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. Flush to his right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. That's taken on the 25. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Winston again. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Howard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 23 yards on the play.
Hey, let's go, let's go.
Winston now to throw on first down. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. On first and 10, Winston. And a catch right side by Evans. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. That one goes for 24 yards.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Back to throw. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's fourth. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Vinny Curry in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Taylor to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Third and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack. Here's Taylor. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. So out come the Bucs now. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Winston to throw. Steps away to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Boy, Charles, what a critical call in a tie game late.
You want to have the tight coverage. You don't want to cause the penalty. Pass interference in this case. Remember, it's a yardage foul in the NFL, a spot foul where it occurs.
And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So now it all comes down to Chandler Catanzaro. This from 55 yards out. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And that changes everything here in OT. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of...
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Noah Spence in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. On second down, here's Taylor. And this one grabbed by Darren Fells. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. He got 29 yards that time. They'll throw on first down with Taylor. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
On second down, and he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Taylor to throw on second down, eluding the pressure right. And he's got room. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner, was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
3rd and 8 situation, a tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive. To throw is Taylor. Flush to his right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
They'll try and throw for it with Taylor. He's got his tight end in Njoku. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. He's at the 40, 30, past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Still catching catching our breaths from that electric finish. You get into overtime, that's one thing. It was a great